Welcome. My name is Joshua. I am the Dungeon Master. We are here to play Daggerheart playtesting. I think it's version 1.3. And we are going to be playing through a adapted Dungeon Crawl Classics module called Sailors of the Starless Sea. And just to give everybody a quick intro, we're going to run through each of our characters. So we'll start off with Chazard.
No. All right. Hey, I'm Steve, and I play Chazard, the Wind Reader. Once a guardian in a communion of wandering lizard folk, he now lives in exile for practicing forbidden magic. In his quest to return to his people, he found friendship along the way. Mechanically, he's a Dracana war wizard.
All right, Clove.
Hello, everyone. I'm sorry about the visual hiccup there at the beginning. I'm Clove Oaken, the fungal, the druid, the elements druid. I'm flavored as a leshy that's brought to life by some fungus that encountered a slain elk pinned against a tree trunk, a story as old as time. It's so cliche. And he is pro nature boy. I'm not really fleshed out yet, but yes, looking to be excited. Hopefully, Josh approves my experience that update that I sent. So.
We'll find out. Elias, you're up next.
Hello, I am Verse Historian, and I will be playing Elias Lestrange, a Daemon Night Stalker. He's a sly-born gambler who fled his home after making a bad bet on doing the right thing, leading to his exile.
Right, rounding us out, we have Sluglops.
Hey friends, I'm Corey, playing Slugops the Sagomancer, a water elemental sorcerer. Slug is a soggy froggy, it's a ribbon, with a water spirit living in his gut, which is responsible for his muddy, messy, moldy, moist magic.
Okay, well, our players find themselves in the village of Torvik, which clings precariously to survival amidst the harsh wilderness. Nestled in the armed folds of forgotten valleys and shielded by lifeless forests, it is a haunt of desperate souls who had no place to go. The village architecture tells stories of abandonment, desperation, resilience, and adaptation. The houses, largely weathered wooden structures, bear the signs of countless repairs and hurried patchwork, testament to threats weathered and resisted. Just like the ruined keep that overshadows them, the villagers themselves are the remnants of forgotten histories and swallowed tales. They are a hardy people, etched with worn lines of hardship and tenacity, their eyes bearing the cruel mark of prolonged dread. Their skin is consistently agitated by biting flies. Their lungs hold traces of the foul, pestilent air. This hardship, however, has not diluted their spirit, but instead infused them with a tenacious tenor to survive. Families huddle around scant fires, narrating tales of the horrific skull banner that now rules their lives. Their voices barely whispers, but laden with a deep-seated dread. However, under that fear resides a spark of rebellion, growing with each disturbing echo that descends down from the fortress. Farmers, miners, blacksmiths have all assumed the roles of warriors, their hands gnarled around whatever weapon they could salvage from their work. Their households are dwindling as they lose loved ones to the vile magic emanating from the keep. But these brave souls, the fighting poor with hardened resolve, are ready to reclaim their land, their air, and their lives. Our adventurers find themselves in this small town within the tavern, where a call to arms was brought by the village blacksmith. The adventurers you see before you were those that raised their hands and have ventured to the gates of the keep, where they encountered a few bodies that seem to have these vines growing all through them. Clove Oaken, in his wanting to investigate these vines, approached And when he got too close, the corpses animated and wrapped around Clove, and it is here where we pick up in our first battle of Daggerheart playtest.
So if we can jump right in here, I think Chidar's initial reaction would just be like, "Shroomy, no!" and use his power push to try to push the corpses off his body.
First, let us move over to a map where you can see something.
Yeah, let's do that. Ooh.
Classic.
So here we are. Okay, so what is it that you said you're doing?
So I would like to use my my Book of Avra Grimoire with my power push ability to like force push these bastards off my friend.
Nice.
Okay.
Thanks much.
So I've got just real quick testing. Everyone has a token,
I can't
correct?
use my own token, but I drug a new one on there.
Do we have a token? Okay, no, I
I
can't
don't
touch
see a
the
list of
token,
tokens.
but he is there.
Oh, they're on the wrong layer.
Clove token.
Token layer.
Token.
Token layer.
Oh, it wouldn't be a
Token
deed.
layer. Okay, can people move them now?
Don't forget to bring a token.
Mine just moved, but it wasn't me moving it.
No, that's me. That one. Boom.
You're the one under that one.
Yeah,
Well,
you have
yeah,
this
that's
one.
the generic ribbit art, and I replaced it with
Okay.
sluggy art. Oh, Sean, can you send me the art you're using for my outline here?
Who's this one?
That is
Bishop.
not a character. That
Hello,
is.
Bishop.
Is that the
Yeah, I
blacksmith?
don't either.
I think yeah, it's the blacksmith.
It's the
fine.
blacksmith.
It's the blacksmith.
And I don't have control over that token, but I can drag a new one out and I can move that one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah. Cool.
Yes.
Yeah, I still don't see a lizard on here.
I thought the little guy with the hat is. Or no, is that not?
Drag yourself on there. Just
All
drag
right.
yourself.
Where am I?
You have the power to fix what's broken.
Maybe. Maybe.
Gotta love roll 20.
We're doing things live.
the
5
background of
years
that map of this?
of an abusive love-hate relationship.
I need to drop a token in, but don't have a token. Where'd it go?
Do you need a character sheet? Because there's an empty one called Player 5 in here.
That might be me. Yep.
Nice.
The
folks, as you
lizard
can see, we're
bumbles
still
along the
playtesting.
trail behind us as we.
Hey, this is what playtesting's all about. Getting this, working out the kinks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad we're getting to use this new Roll20 thing.
Gazard.
I've never heard of before.
Here we go.
Smack him with the old token stamp. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Can I just drop a random dude in and we'll be fine?
Yeah.
All right, give me a second. Give me a second.
And this is
Almost
Yeah,
there.
so I renamed one to Chazard, so now you should be able to just go in there and like go into the edit screen, and then there's like avatar and default token you can click to upload.
Okay. Sorry, where's that at?
Do you have the Chazard character sheet open?
I'm trying to find it here. Hold on a second. Damn it.
Journal tab, scroll down to characters, and then Chazard.
Come on, where is shit? Where'd my menu go? All right, characters, character. There we go. Yes. Come on,
Okay.
come on. Edit.
And then in token, upload your image there, and then we can drag it out. While
Get up
that's
there.
happening,
Aha, got it. Okay, perfect. There we go. I did a thing.
all right. So, when the vine whore reached out to grab at Clove, there was a pummel attack. 16 to hit Clove.
Yeah. For sure.
Your
Armor, so
evasion, I think, is
Yeah.
what we're looking
It's
for.
like 8, yeah. So yeah, for sure.
That's a lot.
Okay, so that's 8 physical damage. As the vine whore, when it reached out and wrapped you, it began. All these vines began to intertwine around you and squeeze and constrict you, doing 8 physical damage.
So that's 2 slots for me.
2 slots of. Are you marking armor? Or are you?
Ooh, no, I messed up. Okay.
Is that a minor, major, or severe?
That's 2. That's 1 major.
Okay, so marking 2 HP. Now, Shazard, what are you doing?
Yes, so I was going to use my my power push to push the thing off of him because I do not want my friend to be all tangled up in this douchebag.
Okay, do you have to roll anything for that?
Yes, so yep, I gotta roll a spell cast here, and then so it's against a single target in melee range. And on a success, they're blasted back to far range, taking D10 magic damage.
Okay. Roll your
Alright.
duality dice.
And bonus is 2.
Ooh, that's a crit.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
First roll.
Yeah.
It's a good roll.
And then
Good
is
roll,
that
buddy.
what is that double damage roll there or?
I believe it. How
It's
do
clear 1
crits work?
stress, gain 1 hope.
Yeah. Thank you
Oh.
for that.
Okay, cool. So I gain a hope and lose a stress, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Radical. All right. Yeah. Let's see here. Can I roll?
Yeah, I think now you roll your damage.
And
So 3
add extra
damage.
equal to the
Yep.
maximum potential value of all
Yep.
your damage dice added together.
So that's just a minor for this guy.
Mm-hmm. But it is pushed back to far range.
Wait, what can you? Well, it should be 13 damage, right?
Say again?
Crits are roll damage as usual, then add extra damage equal to the maximum potential value of all your damage dice added together, as if they
Ooh.
roll the highest number possible. You do not add any modifiers to this extra damage.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Then instead that's not quite severe. So that's -2 instead of -1. Okay, and pushed back
Yes.
too far.
Let's see here. Yes, the far range.
I think that's yeah. So there's melee, or I guess there's close, medium, far,
Very close.
very close, close, medium, far, very far. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Oh,
Yeah.
so that's pretty far back.
Well,
He gets blown.
Melee
And
is
way the fuck out.
immediately, like, very close is just out of melee.
Yeah, so it's very much like very knee jerky, like Charizard just kind of like skitters up and says, "Shroomy, no!" It's
When,
Okay, so
whenever
force pushing that guy through the
Clove's-
woods.
Yeah. Whenever Clove's taking damage too, you can hear like bones and twigs snapping, but he's not really like wincing in pain. He's just like, oh no, there that goes.
okay, so because he gets blown back so far, geez, give me a little bit of a description of how your wind magic blows him.
Yeah, I kind of just imagine it's like a swirling vortex of air just kind of like coming through his hands, and then all of a sudden, like this like brambly body just goes crashing through the underbrush, leaving like a big like a big path of like broken twigs and limbs and stuff in his wake.
Okay, so as you do that, blows this animated corpse with all these vines and parts of the flesh of the corpse are like peeling back off, and the face like loses a lot of its skin, and you're just kind of left with this sinewy face that has a vine that's kind of going out of the eye socket and into the mouth and then back out of the neck, and it's writhing all around and just gets blown back, goes tumbling ass over, tea kettle or whatever, and just rolls and rolls down the hill, far off out of sight from what y'all can see.
Gross.
As a
Okay,
limp
who's next?
twisted
What's
joke.
happening?
I think it's still his turn because he rolled with hope.
Well, it's our turn.
It's it's free form. Whoever wants to go goes.
So I feel
Yeah.
like Clove just got attacked. I mean, what's he doing in, reaction to this?
Yeah, I would try to like probably never, hardly ever the first to throw a punch, but that was pretty bad. And the way HP worked, that's 40% of my everything. So definitely gonna try to lock down this thing and secure, like try to prevent him from harming anybody else. And Clove, whenever he activates his ability, let me go get that. His vicious entangle, it's like his bottom half is mostly tree anyway, so it's more like he just like taproot. That's what he'll say, taproot, and he'll like spike down into the ground, but then it comes back up for the enemy. So that'll be a spellcast roll. Let's see if any of that happens. And how are y'all rolling in?
So if you go to the collection
right.
next to the settings, there's those 3 macros.
And then I thought I added one. Or what do I do? Oh, I just click on it.
So you click it, and then you add in what your modifier is going to be, and then it'll roll for the duality.
Did it do it? No.
Courtesy of somebody in the Roll20 forums who posted a macro for rolling duality dice.
Thank you.
And it being able to detect crits.
There it is. Okay. 2.
Okay.
With
Hope.
what?
16 with hope.
Okay. Yeah, give me your damage roll.
1d8. Get him. Yeah.
6. All right. Some minor damage.
Do you add anything to that?
Damage. And then can I spend do I have a hope? Or we start with 2 hopes?
You start with 2 hopes.
I'm gonna spend a hope. We're gonna spend a hope to restrain the enemies that are very close to me. So it's just that guy.
So restrained. Okay, that's the first time I've seen that. We got a condition applied now. What does restrain do?
I clicked on it, but it's
When
not
you
clicking.
gain the restraint condition,
You can't move until this condition is clear, but you can still take actions from your current position.
Mark my hope.
All right.
Or do I bank a hope or no? You bank a hope when
You
you
bank them. I mean, if you earn a hope in the same round that you spend it, then it's a wash.
Okay. Did I earn one?
Yeah, because you rolled with hope.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, get that hope.
That hope, boy. Got it.
When you roll with hope, you gain a hope. When you
Get
roll
that
with
hope.
fear, I gain a fear.
He turns
And
to his colleagues and I've got him pinned.
yeah, so how does that look like thematically? Is it like roots emanating out from you, wrapping him up?
He kind of like telepathically is moving it, but he gestures with his one of his limbs. I'll just call them all limbs. And you can see at first it's not obvious to the person being attacked, the target, what's happening because it's all underground. It's all happening underground. So, but he's making the thing that looks like his face is contorting, and it's him like navigating underground through the roots and rocks and everything and then like his weird smile that he grabs. He's like he can finally feel like tremors or Yeah, tremors. He feels them and then boom, and he finally strikes. So it's just like all root growth under him. So it's like himself under there.
I am Root.
Yeah, Groot. Like yeah. Exactly.
Sorry, you said trimmers, and all I could think of was graboids.
Yeah, the
Gra-
graboids. The plant graboids.
Clove Oaken has summoned us a big one.
But yeah.
The shy Halud.
Top Groot. Rah! Oh, now one of our friends.
Isanagaib. Okay. Who's next? Still play a turn.
All right, well,
Slug Ops, you want to go?
Slug is very slowly, as all this is happening, kind of swirling a staff around, and water's just kind of dripping off of the tip of it, and he's just just moist all over. But he is going very slowly. If anybody else wanted to press the attack, but it looks like he's building up to something that's really
The village blacksmith has got his like blacksmith's hammer in hand, and he's got his soot covered apron. He goes, oh, for the village, and he kind of charges forward, and he makes an attack, and he swings hand over top, trying to hit the zombie looking creature in the head, and he just completely whiffs and gets unbalanced and falls on his butt in the mud right in front of the plant there.
Villager.
Damn, I didn't know the DM could fail with fear.
That's as a narrative move.
So Slug is going to pivot as this happens. We did the last session. We did kind of take the blacksmith under our wing, as it were. I believe I gave him a token that could protect him if he was attacked.
I believe you did.
And the rest of us tried to kind of build him up. So Slug's going to pivot a little bit and strike my staff in the ground, and it's going to ripple, like the ground's going to ripple in a watery motion, and I'm going to use my minor illusion feature from Sorcerer. My intent is to try and make it look like he falls like into the mud and just falls down and disappears in the mud, like try and cover that space to where if a zombie were looking down, he wouldn't be there vulnerable on the ground.
Okay, is there
So
any
with
roll
minor
associated with
illusion,
that?
I need a spellcast roll, and I need to hit a 10, which I roll with a +2.
Come on.
That is a fail with hope.
Did you have your
Okay.
modifier?
It is, yeah. Oh wait, 8 plus 4
4
plus
plus 4?
plus 2.
Yeah.
So that plus 2?
Yeah, 4 plus
yeah,
2
4
plus 2
plus
is
2
8.
is 8. Yes. I forgot that the hope and the fear add together. So,
Yeah.
fail with hope. So I will mark a hope. And
Okay, so as you cast the
yeah.
spell and you're like, "Oh, I'm going to make him invisible in the mud." You instead of like making an illusion, you just slop mud on top of him. And now he's prone on the ground with mud on him.
And now I realize that the minor illusion is convincing to anyone in far range or further. So, yep. Hurry about! Oh no.
All right.
And Slug starts to wind up again very slowly with a staff, and his belly glows vaguely.
Elias, I believe you're the last one who hasn't gone yet.
Very good, Slug Ups. I will take it from here.
Thank you.
As Elias moves forward, he draws his returning blade and he strikes with sneak attack.
The inline gift too.
Sly flourish.
Let's see your duality roll normal. Add my finesse bonus of 2. Let's roll them bones.
Okay.
That's a 15.
15 with hope, it looks like, is a hit.
And
Lots of
now,
hope here.
let's see here.
What
You're
is bust-
gonna need it.
Let's bust out the advance roll. Now we do 1d8 plus 3, because I have a secondary dagger paired. So that's 8
Okay.
damage
And
there.
then you roll your d6 too?
Yep. And there it goes. 4.
Okay, so a total of 12.
Nice.
That is major damage.
Nice. I was gonna ask, does are attacks with advantage if they're restrained or no?
No, it's just they can't move. Okay, so how does your attack hit home on this corpse filled with vines, animating it?
As Elias steps forward, he reaches down to his right hand side and pulls out his returning blade from its sheath. And with the blade side downward, he walks up and basically pistol whips the absolute shit out of this vine whore across the face. And as two of his allies are within melee range, he's able to get in just at the right angle to deal sneak attack damage.
Okay. Draws the blade over the throat of this creature, slicing one of the vines, but not all the way through it. So the head kind of like lulls, and you can see little tendrils of vine trying to stitch themselves back together, but the gap is too much. Who's next?
I think
Let's
that's
see,
all of us,
let's
isn't
see
it?
some fear rolls.
We can keep going.
It's narrative. Keep
Yeah,
going.
let's
Who's
go.
doing what?
I mean, Clove will take the opportunity while he's got this thing restrained with some of his branches to. Can I flavor like just more branches tightening around him as like a staff hit? I'm doing
Sure.
I'm doing my limbs are the staff, so
Yeah, give him the squeeze.
squeezing the bash. So normal roll with 2. Added.
All this
Yay.
hope.
18 with hope.
Yeah, 18 hits.
4 1d8 plus 1. So 3 damage.
It's minor damage.
Yeah, Clove, juice him.
And when Clove's like hitting him, he's for a split second he like he's prying open the zombie and he's checking to make sure it's not another like him in there. Like a Leshy situation. And he's like, okay, no, it's just a zombie. Okay, okay.
Okay.
So as that happens, Slog's gonna see that Clove is, squeezing him really tight with the vines and is now kind of tearing it apart. And he does in fact shout, "Clove, juice him!" And then I'm gonna use my dual staff, which is a instinct, within far range attack. It's just regular kind of weapon attack, and try and, as Clove is squeezing, just like pull the moisture out of this thing. Just de-moisturize it. So let's roll.
Yes.
My staff it'll be a +2. There we go. And I get a failure with fear. Well, I get a 12 with fear, but I rolled a 1.
So
on that
that's
roll.
I mean, it's a. Did you cast a spell, or did you do your staff? As you said.
It's a dual staff attack, which is basically a magical attack with my staff.
Okay, so it's a success.
Okay.
With fear.
All right. So I will roll my damage. A d6 plus 3 magical damage. Well, that's right when the fear happened. Yeah.
The fear.
So yes, just pulling,
Feel the
slam my
fear.
staff down and just pulling the moisture, kind of flickering through the air towards Slog, as if I'm hoarding it. Give it to me. This is mine.
Okay.
Tries to take that away from the zombie.
Yeah, that's major damage to the vine zombie.
Beautiful.
But have we? Oh, we don't have like
A fear
an
count.
action tracker going.
Oh yeah,
How do we want to handle that?
it's just like numbers. Yeah. We all went, and then me
No,
and
because
Toad,
like
that was
there's an
6.
action counter. So
There-
for every action you take, I get an equal amount of actions to play the enemies.
I
Did we
believe.
voluntarily hand it over, or no?
But you see, that's
Good question.
the thing about the rules is that right now, because the DM is in the state, supposedly right now, Big Boss over here will either choose to gain a fear or choose to take one of the tokens off the tracker and then move one of his minions forward.
So yeah, you use actions to activate minions. I can spend fear to do special abilities, and then each token can only be activated once per round. And I can also convert 2 action tokens into 1 fear, and vice versa. So
You keep fear, like roll it forward, like we keep hope.
fear does
Stack.
persist.
The fear persists.
So
I think at the bottom of the screen we might have to start putting like a PNG of the Daggerheart action tracker and then just start moving our copies of our token onto it.
yeah, that would be cool. Like just a big bar of just like 1 through whatever, and then you can just like advance the a token or
counter.
something on there.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. Maybe someone can create a little visual of that, and I can drop it onto the map. Actually, here, let me just literally just draw it up right now. Yeah, freehand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That should probably be enough, but I'm still going. We'll say 1, 5.
Yeah, I think that's my trouble. Like in a video format here is like I know what I want to do, but I want to jump over everybody else and do a thing. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
this is what Shazad would do, but I want to be an asshole about it.
Okay, so let's do a quick accounting because we had 1, 2, 3, 4 people went initially, and then 2 more people went.
Yes.
I believe
So it's
so.
action trackers at 6.
Final
Okay,
thing.
just drop that right there. There we go. So
Oh, well.
I am going to activate both of these guys. So that drops it down 2. The one who is immediately next to all of you here
I thought the other one was gone.
is going to do a ground slam. Everyone within very close range into far range is going to get hit by this.
Mm-hmm. So,
Yeah.
with
And this zombie with the vines all through it, you can see it start to, all these vines like suddenly start surging upward from the ground up through the zombie and into creating big masses of vines, and it slams the ground and the ground starts rippling outward. I need each of y'all to make what's the
It would be an
equivalent of a
agility reaction
reflex? Yeah,
roll.
agility reaction.
Yeah, agility. All right, plus one.
It's a duality roll still, right? Like everything is, right? Or do we
But
just roll
on
straight?
these, I don't believe you generate hope or fear.
Mine's flat.
Well, I got a 22, I think. Nope.
7.
Oh, I got a 10. My bad.
I got a critical, baby.
I got a 10 with fear.
Well, 10 is a failure. Who got the... So
7.
we got
so I
21,
never-
10, 22. So the 10 and the 7 fail. The 21 and 22 succeed. So you're knocked back and mark a stress.
Okay.
So which ones were the ones? Was it Slogops and
Chazard.
Chazard? Yeah, knocked back 10 feet, knocked back 10 feet, or not. Gotta stop thinking in 5th edition. Yeah, you're knocked into far range, so that's actually
Oh,
Probably
wait,
a lot
within
farther.
very close range into far range. I
Yeah.
don't know if I was very close. Yeah.
sure.
I think I was just beyond very close. If we're doing very close is 5 to 10 feet away.
Mm, yeah, maybe you're not within. Okay, so we'll disregard that. You're not hit by it, but Chazard definitely was.
Yeah, I was
Very
right next to
I thought it was everything within very close to far, but it's knocking them to far.
Yeah, it's from
Yep.
within very close into far range.
Got it.
They need to do like where you can click a button and then ping, but instead it like shows the different degrees of like the rings of distance,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
so you just immediately know. Boom, boom.
They could have a template for that.
It would be nice. Okay, so that's what the first one does. And then the one that got knocked back from far range is going to run up and seeing that the blacksmith is laying down on the ground is going to take one of his viney tendrils and its arm is going to lash outward, and you see the whole arm just completely comes unhinged from the socket as it flies out towards the blacksmith. That's an 8 to hit, so that's gonna miss the blacksmith. Actually, no, that hits.
I have an important question. Does the blacksmith have hope that he can spend?
No.
Technically,
an
no,
NPC.
because he's an NPC, which
Okay,
is...
well, I will be taking my trinket back from his corpse if it becomes one.
Okay, so that hits the blacksmith. So as the black, like this tendril comes out and it stabs right into the blacksmith's stomach. Ugh. And you can see it kind of, you see him shaking on the ground. Ugh. And as these vines are like ripping through him, and all along the way, there's these big wicked thorns that are just shredding him up from the inside. And then the tendril comes back out, whips back out into his hand, and it's just soaked in guts and viscera. And the blacksmith lays there, motionless.
Oh no!
Yours?
You only have 3
Protection.
HP?
Why didn't he use it?
And that is their turn.
Dead already?
That was
He's a blacksmith, basically.
okay. 2 actions, sir. Back to the team.
All right. So yeah, I imagine Chazard just goes like flying back through the bushes. But then he's going to kind of just like roll up and he's going to taste the air real quick, and then he's going to condense some of the moisture in the air to send frozen spikes at the furthest Zombie dude there.
Okay.
I'm
If
using
I
my
want to
ice
aid
spike
him
power.
in this, is that a thing I can do? Like spending hope to say, like he's condensing frozen spikes. I want to just like give him more moisture to condense.
Yes.
So you can spend a hope to assist an ally, I believe.
Who's about to make an action roll where they could feasibly aid them. I just looked up on the rules.
I think that's essentially the help action.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. That sounds fun.
And roll
Yeah.
your hope die. This
If you
doesn't
have,
count.
if you each have 2 hope, you can do tag team roll.
Is this against?
It's against this one.
I mean, I have 3 hope, so spend them.
Yep. That's good.
It's up to y'all. I'm just letting you know what's possible, since we're doing this for the first time.
Let's go with help, and then first, and then we'll see how tag team works after.
Okay.
That. So I get to roll a hope die. So I'm gonna use that one. Which is
So how do you help him produce
So
bigger icicles or whatever he's doing?
Yeah, Slug just got mud all over him, and then he saw Chazard get pushed back. And he's gonna take his staff and kind of out towards Chazard as Chazard grabs the moisture out of the air and starts to form it into spikes that are lancing towards this thing. And it just gets, the air just gets super, it's like Chazard just moved to Houston. Like, it is crazy humid around him for just a second. And gives him a lot more ammunition for the icicles. Yeah.
Okay, Chazard, roll your spellcast with advantage.
And
Ooh,
that's
perfect.
the
Oh,
well, don't I
Never
roll...
mind. Roll it normal.
Sorry.
Get normal, and then he give me the extra.
Like it's really the same now that rolling with advantage is rolling your hope die twice.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was
Oof.
my hope die, so I did the roll. That's what I was going for.
All right. Well, looks like that's only a 7.
7 is a failure.
Yes.
But with hope.
But with hope. All right, so I'll take another hope.
So your ice spikes all fly out, and a few of them hit home, but they're just, it doesn't seem to have hit anything that changes the way that this vine whore seems to be moving around. All the rest kind of miss or fly wide.
There was no finesse here. It was just like grape shot through the woods, just sending like ice shards like into leaves and shit and whatever. Just no.
Slog sees that. It's just oops. Just basically turned your ice spikes into like a shotgun. So less penetrating power there. Yeah. Sorry there.
After the spell gets cast, Clove, like his druidness, he senses the moisture in the air that it creates a vacuum of like dryness around him, and he senses this, and his antlers are like especially sensitive to all this, and he takes a cue and he starts to wobble a little bit, and then he starts to like almost vibrate and like buzz as everything, his bones and everything starts to rattle, and he visibly like heats up, like a mirage forms. He's so hot, and this extends all the way to his branches that are underground right now. So he's like you see his he starts to glow a little bit, and he's gonna unleash his elemental incarnation for fire, and he just gets really hot. You can see the little spores that are always kind of floating around him or like falling off. They're buzzing around like embers. And then what this does is whenever someone makes a melee attack against me, they'll have to take 1d10 fire damage.
Okay.
It looks like.
Any roll associated with that, or just happens?
It just happens. It's just, so like when something happens to me, it takes effect.
Awesome. Anyone do anything else? Elias Sluggers.
I would like to once again beat the shit out of the asshole in front of me. And because Clove is still screwing him up, I'm going to keep sneak attacking. This time around, I'd like to also spend one of the hope that I gained last time, and I would like to use it to add more damage dice.
Okay. Roll your attack.
Modifier of 2. And get him. Ooh, that's a success with fear.
It is a success with fear.
But I
Roll your damage.
still get my d8 plus 3. And now, because I have spent a hope, I have access to 2d6 sneak attack damage.
All right. How do you fell this vine horror in front of you?
Where I struck last time, as the head is now kind of like cocked off to the side. I take this. I take my returning blade, and I give it a nice downswing down the front, cutting it vertically down the sternum.
So you open up the chest of this vine horror, and as you do so, your blade cuts through bone and viscera, and like like a fortune cookie just cracks open, and inside you see a writhing mass of vines and thorns and plant matter all moving around. And then as you do that, you kind of recoil for a second and then do another slash upward, and it just completely severs the whole thing, and all the vines fall limp in front of you.
And if it's not going to offend anyone, I want to also make use of my Shadow Stepper ability.
Well, you rolled with fear, so
Yeah,
player
that's right.
turn is done. And
Yeah,
this
that's right. Forgot.
guy
My bad.
is here. We had 1, 2, 3 people go, so we're up to 5 on the action tracker. And
it's cumulative, not each. Okay, cool.
say again?
I thought it reset every round.
Nope.
Cool.
The action trackers, it's there for the whole combat, and then at the end of the combat, I can convert any remaining actions to fear.
I like it. Learn as we go.
Yeah, so this one who had previously thrown out the vine and killed the blacksmith now turns an eye to Clove Oaken, and both of his vines will come out and reach out towards you and try to wrap you up. And
No more hugs.
ooh, that's only a 6.
Ah. It's a mirage. The mirage he's putting off from his heat. It's just it's hard to aim.
Okay. And you can only activate 1 token per turn, so that's its turn.
And they don't take fire because he's further away.
It didn't hit you, so it doesn't take any fire damage. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it's got. I did check. It's got to be melee.
Gotcha.
All right, now
Let me
if
test
Elias
that
wanted
first,
to do
and I'll see
something.
if we can just update that.
Got him on speed dial, Yeah. As all this is happening, Slug is feeling not. He's contributing. I'm gonna hop. How much can I move as we take actions here? Is
So
it
you
one
can
range
move
to
within
another?
close range, I believe. What the distance of close is how far you can move.
Got
I
it.
think that's about 6 squares.
Yeah. So I'll scoot my way around to the body. I would like to retrieve the token that I gave the blacksmith. Kind of waddling over there nonchalantly.
Damn,
It doesn't
The
seem
battle isn't
like
even over yet. Damn it!
these vines are as concerning.
Always loot the
It's
body.
it is a very important token to me. It is deeply personal. So yes,
Fair enough.
I would like to retrieve that. And if I am still able, also attack the vine blight. And the token is a little carved, wooden tortoise shell, as I mentioned before. And so I'll rifle, or basically try and grab that from the blacksmith, and then looking at it resolutely, yes, you taught me this, and lash out again and try and suck more of the water out of the other blight that's left.
I learned it from you.
And
So are you like?
I'm making a regular dual staff attack. Like that.
Okay, go ahead.
With my instinct. 11. Is that a success?
A 11 is a success, but with fear.
So, that'll be a d6 plus 3 magical damage as I try and
Ooh.
dehydrate the viney boy.
That is only minor damage.
Okay. So
So
make it sweat a little bit.
How does your dual staff? What does that look like when it does damage from far
So
range?
in my mind, it's I'm not sure what a dual staff is supposed to look like, but it's a shorter. It's not a full like wizard staff, and it's not a wand. It's somewhere in between, maybe a half staff if we're talking about stuff like that. And then the end of it's got a little kind of glowing blue. It looks like a crystal, but it sheds water constantly, just kind of drips slowly. So when I do this with the zombie, it's almost like trying to lasso it and pulling back, and then as I do, the moisture, some of it kind of comes out of it and is sucked back into the crystal at the center of the staff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just like trying to dehydrate it, drawing
Yeah.
water out of it.
It's
Beautiful.
attracting the water that's in it, which probably has an effect of everybody else kind of getting a little bit drier, which is why I try not to stay near Chazard too much, because I know he doesn't like to be super dry.
It's just dry is good. I just like cold.
So yes, success with fear there. So I will
Okay.
turn that over to you.
Yeah, so you do that, and then the vine horror looks back at you, and you say, "Ugh," and it again uses its grab and drag.
I have 9 evasion.
Rolling so terribly.
So yeah.
9 evasion is a miss.
Is it Vine Whore? What?
I see horror.
Horror.
And then-
Horror.
Horror. Okay.
horror.
Vine horse.
That makes me
Vine horse.
No judgment. Chase your bliss.
Vine Horse.
Were these zombies or nymphs? I forget what
So
we're doing.
Slug
So-
just,
Hollywood
as
and
the vines
Vine
come up, just jumps.
Yeah, so the
on
vines go out, and
like-
they start to you see them start to wrap around your leg, but then you quickly pick your foot up before it squeezes and holds home.
No, this is mine.
Back to y'all.
Okay. I think Chazard is going to, not happy with the performance of his last spell. He's going to try and actually line up his shot this time and launch those ice spikes at this nasty, tangled, fleshy zombie thingy. So let's see how that goes.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is a 17
17.
with hope.
That is a success.
All right, beautiful. Yeah, so he just kind of he points his staff straight out and just sends those ice shards flying. But this time instead of just a spray of ice chips all over the place, they just sink into this weird zombie creature. And that is a D6, I believe.
1. All right.
Probably be.
Yeah. That's
Well,
minor damage.
Is it an attack with your weapon?
Oh no,
is
it's
it
actually ice
feature?
spikes. It's from my Book of Ava Grimoire.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Because
So you make a
I know the
spellcraft
weapons
roll.
have like less damage from.
So as its
Your-
arm is extended out, trying to grab Sluglops, you send out a hail of your ice spikes, and some of them do hit the vines and kind of sever some of the vines that were attempting to pull Sluglops in.
Oh, but I do get a hope though. So beautiful.
You do get a hope.
I'll take a hope.
Darn,
I
your
think the
body-
maximum you can have is 6 hope now.
I got 5, so I'm about to spend some. I'm about to spend.
Yeah,
baby.
so spend them.
Burning a hole in
You,
your
you
pocket.
generate them pretty
Yeah.
easily.
It's nice. It's very dynamic.
Who's
Mhm.
going? What's up?
Clove. So my bad. I wasn't supposed to cast that at somebody so close. It should have been the long part. Whatever. Still learning. So now I want to transform, and I think the fire thing still works if I transform. Clove squares up with the other zombie, and 2 of the hooves that are still, in his branches, he'll come down really hard on his front hooves. And doo-doo. Normally, he's standing, over 7 foot tall. Folds down into a different form, and I want to have it to where, like, mechanically, I'm gonna transform into the pack predator. But I was like, flavor-wise, it's more like he's reverting back to his elk form, and he's got his antlers pointed. That'll be the attack. So now, Clove is in his beast form and on fire. He's going to attack if I can.
Okay.
That'll be +2.
Do you have to get into a particular range to do your attack?
Oh yeah, so he'll go down on all fours, do the snarl, snort air thing, and then scuff the ground or whatever that's called, and then take charge. So full charge. So he's like, so
Got it.
regular roll +2.
As a what are you doing? Pack Predator?
Right, pack predator.
I think you get advantage on attacks, right? It says take advantage on. I don't know if that means anything different.
Attack, sprint, trap.
Yeah.
So I get an advantage on every attack?
That's what it sounds like, but
Seems.
Where do you see that?
We just
if you get a beast form, it's one of the rules, and it shows the different available forms.
seems like a typo.
Wolf Kaid, take advantage on attack, sprint, and track. Yeah.
It says you lose your domain cards, so I don't know
Yeah.
if the
so
fire
like
would
spells-
apply or not.
No,
but
it does. It says
that's
it
up-
in there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So
This feature can overlap with beast form.
nice, nice.
So the subclass elements are intact, but it's the cards. So like my Vicious Entangle and my Unleash Chaos, I can't use.
Okay. Well, yeah. Well, you rolled a 19 with fear, but
do another
if you
roll.
have a advantage, yeah, just roll a d12.
Just a flat D12.
Just to see if your hope.
Goo.
Okay, so you're taking the 8, so it's a success with fear.
Okay. So yeah, coming in, boom, and for what is that? A D8.
And you
Attack,
get
strength.
another D8, don't you?
And another D8 when you make an attack on the same target as an ally right before you. So it's 2 D8s.
I'm gonna say yes because Shazar just attacked it right before you.
Okay.
It doesn't say you have to be in melee range or anything.
Horn point. Oops, sorry.
Yeah, I helped.
So
Ein
8.
Poita! 8. That is major damage.
Yeah.
But as you do that, the vine whore, so you impale it with your antlers in your beast form, and you even kind of lift it up, and you kind of like you're thrashing it on your antlers. But then this vine whore reaches down and attempts to stab its vines into your abdomen.
No.
Like a pikeman on a charging horse.
That's where I keep my mushrooms.
No, not the mushrooms.
That's a 12 to hit.
12 hits. Can I? Yeah, 12 hits.
9 physical damage.
So, I'm having trouble. Do I add? So it here. Let me. Sorry.
I looked this up earlier. Are you talking about armor?
Right.
Yeah.
So armor, whatever the value of your armor is
No,
what
no.
you subtract.
Right. I know what it would
Yeah.
be if it was just me. It's the animal form that's throwing me off. It's like,
Yeah.
is it evasion +1? Does that mean I add evasion +1 to?
Yeah,
Clove's
it
evasion?
does say you
Yeah.
can. Well,
Armor score.
So if your evasion's normally, what, 8?
So it goes to 9. So 9 still.
so
hits.
does me beat?
That's how I read it, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and a 12 beats 9. So
It just seems weird because it's got to be. That's what. Because +1 just hanging out there by itself. It's got to be +1 to whatever you. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Uh,
Your armor score is 4 in this form.
okay. Yeah. Can I use an armor to reduce damage? Is that how it works?
Yes.
Yep, you'd mark an armor slot, and then you would reduce your damage by your armor value. So mark it reduced by 4, so it becomes
and you can stack it. I mean, we have 6 slots, so you can
Yeah, you can
technically
mark
up
2
all
slots.
6 if you want to reduce 24 damage, but you burned them all.
Cool. So I will burn. Yeah. I guess 1, right? Or
So then that would reduce the damage to 5, which is whatever HP on your threshold.
cool. -1.
Okay, so yeah, you feel these vines pierce into the carcass that you are inhabiting, and begin to spread out and rip away at your innards. But that is the vine whore's turn.
So I mark my HP, right? And this thing doesn't have its own HP.
It does not have its own HP. It's all you, I believe.
It's not a wild shape.
Yeah.
Who's going?
Well, since Clove Oaken has him pinned, I think it's about time to whip out that Shadow Stepper. And it's here. Move and shadow when you step into a shadow cast.
Marcus
Random
Stress.
A guy on fire, which probably makes some light. It's a good combination. Yeah.
And I will mark 1 stress.
Causes
Oh,
burn.
that's right. He did get hit. So doesn't your fire activate?
Oh yeah. Fuck that guy. Yeah. That's 1d10. Da, 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 da. Damn it. What?
Well, that is enough to do minor damage, which is enough to fell
Oh,
this
nice.
guy.
Nice.
Yay!
Elias starts to disappear, and
What was
So-
his move on me? Oh, he's like ripping up my guts.
So it reached inside of you and was scraping away at your innards to try and replace whatever is animating you with it.
I just locked eyes and just like heated up even more, torched his ass.
So as you do that, the spory flames go up through the vines and into the body, and it this corpse just starts heating up and starts catching on fire in your antlers.
Yeah.
You throw it off to the side.
Cool.
And then things go quiet again.
Do, 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 do.
Oh, you're on fire! Would you like me to douse you?
Well done,
please, sorry
Clovoken.
about that. Sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you. Chazan, are you all right?
He's just gonna kind of come crashing through the bushes, like, okay. Are you alright, Funky? Are you gonna do the thing? You know,
I'll be all
stay?
right. I'll be all right. And Clove is still hanging on to the parts of this thing, and he's gonna.
Are you
use,
still in beast form?
Yeah, he's gonna transform back,
Okay.
I guess, and use his Circle of Life feature for this recently redeceased thing. I'm assuming it still counts. And
Redeceased.
I must burn my last 2 hopes to clear one of my hit points. Nice.
Describe this death ritual.
So, Clove, this also ties into his experience of mycelial network, which I 100% stole from Star Trek. He's going to, not only does he possess like the memories and experiences of kind of like a tree and an elk and this particular colony of fungus, but like every now and then he can tap into like the world fungus, and which has been eaten. It has eaten. It's been the full circle of life for every organism ever, and so he understands like the line between death and life is like almost non-existent for him. He just traverses back and forth. So it's from that like passage, it's where he lives mostly. That's where his reality is. So it's more like he just draws it right back, all the energy right back into his body from the corpse as it's giving its last gasp or whatever a zombie does.
And Jazard absolutely loved this. He was like, how was it? Was it good? Was it a good snack?
Oh yeah, and while he does it, it's like because he can always kind of break his concentration because of he's like mini minds, so he can like have a full-on conversation with you while his like mouth is absorbing this energy from the zombie flesh. Ass jerky.
All right, well, don't get hurt again, okay? And I'm gonna put a hand on Clove, and I'm gonna use Tava's armor on him. I'm gonna use an action to spend a hope. Gives the target I can touch plus 1d6 to their armor score the next time they mark an armor slot.
Hell yeah.
So there you go, buddy.
Who's
What does it
Tava?
look like? Is it like
So that is just like a so imagine I kind of like touch you, and like there's just like a swirling like shimmer of like ice crystals just kind of like encircling you.
nice.
They're kind of like ready to like form into these like barriers that can take a hit for you. So like a little bit of floating ice armor.
A little bit of Agatha's
Okay.
or armor
Okay.
of Agatha's.
You got it. Yep. Okay. Hey, Sluggy, can I borrow you for a second?
Slug is well, I put the rune ward necklace back on, and Slug is trying to be a little subtle, but touching a staff to William's body, and the body is withering a little bit as he tries to take some of the water out of it. Oh, sorry, just storing some for later. What's
Oh, you're good. You're good. This is fine. I just had a thought here for a second. So we're gonna do the thing. So I'm gonna go over to Sluglops, and he's got a big white frog belly. I'm like, okay, so we know that there are Chaos Lords who used to live in this building here, and they all disappeared when they died. So I'm gonna write. I'm gonna use prestidigitation to make like a magic mark, like on his belly, like a whiteboard. I'm just gonna write Chaos Lords with a K. Alright, so plants. I'm gonna write number 1, I'm gonna write plants next to it. Maybe the plants took the bodies and that's where those guys went? So That could be one of the answers here as we seek through the this abandoned temporal keep thing.
Slug is trying to look over his own belly with minimal success. That's a theory.
Yep.
Certainly a theory.
I got a problem though, because like to make buildings you need like management, but they're like chaos lords, so they love chaos, but you can't you can't bureaucracy and also insanity. I don't know how this works, so this place is gonna be terrifying.
You're using words I've never heard before.
Exactly.
What is a bureaucracy?
It's like a thing.
Nothing
when people, like,
that
get
you want
together
to
and they
know
do
about
stuff.
slug ops. Trust me when I say that. Chizard,
That's
you have
right.
the Splendorous domain, correct?
What?
You are
I
of
am
the Splendorous
Splendiferous.
domain, correct?
We. Yes.
Tell me, do you know any healing magic?
No. Nope.
How would we be?
Healing is just what you need when you're
I
too
thi-
slow.
Elias then grabs the dead hand of our financier and he waggles it about. Oh, I don't know. Something is as though our financier and the only one who was willing to do anything with us has now wound up dead on the ground, and now there will be absolutely zero reward for our good deeds.
Technically, that's his fault. He should have not died. That was like rule number 1. He broke rule number 1. Don't die.
True. May
Maybe
I
he
make...
still has the reward on him. Maybe we can check his pockets.
Do any of us have any healing potions, or do we feel that it is too late for that?
Me?
Can we make a...
I keep this around, and Slug's gonna pull out. It's a fat beetle. It's just like Pumbaa would just be in love. And it is a minor stamina potion. That is what I chose when I was creating my. So this peps me right up. It's a sugar beetle, but it won't kill you. So I don't know why I told you about it, but it's here.
Okay, just for the sake of trying, Clove is going to kneel down and clap his hands together, rub it down, and he's going to kind of release all the fungi in his body start to move around. And you can see the elk parts just kind of collapse in on itself, and then the tree branches also collapse. And you see the fungus creep over to the blacksmith's body and go in its open wounds into the body. And I'm going to use my a use of my Celio network to try to tap into the world fungus, try to see if he's salvageable, if there's enough left. Very much like at the end of Avatar, where so I'm gonna burn one of those.
Okay. Your fungus crawls through him, and you can see it kind of go into the big open spot in his chest where it looks like a bowl of juices, and a hearty stew just floating around in there. And they all kind of creep in, and you see them kind of start to create a mesh over the top to see if there's anything that could be patched up. You see the skin start to try and be pulled, and the rib cage try and be like brought back in, but then snap. More of your fungi, like they can't get it. It's too far gone.
Damn it. Okay. So you guys see the body trying to like, and it's like I've got like a puppet. Like I'm able to move it around, but it's like Weekend at Bernie's. Like he's just dead. It's just like moving his corpse around.
Okay.
Slug guiltily looks at the bottom of his staff where he has been draining the corpse of its moisture, just bit by bit.
I will say, as you're doing that though, the these like flashes come to you, like the mycelial network is like moving around, and some of it, goes up into his head, and you see the images of two young boys who are sons of this village smith. They're ting ting, look at me, father, I'm doing it. And then them like grown up a little bit more, and now that they're grown, you see a tinge of familiarity to those sons. And you look back behind you to the corpses that were animated.
No. No.
And they're one and the same.
No.
Clove, what if you found
you
out
guys
too?
see the corpse of the blacksmith do like the Kevin McAllister? Grabs his face in shock, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, this is probably inappropriate," and he just like, it's gonna let this new corpse collapse, and he's make his way back into his fleshy body, and then I'll let my friends know. This is we've stumbled upon an absolute tragedy, my friends. We have slain the sons, the corpses of the sons of this poor man. This was a whole family lost.
The faces were pretty mangled, but especially on the one that had like half of its face blown off by Chazard.
I'm afraid it gets worse. Chazard, he's not gonna be able to carry our torch anymore, and he like bends down and like picks up the torch that he had dropped earlier and puts it back in his bag.
No!
But I think I can fix that. But Sloggy, no. Remember, we talked about this. No, I'm gonna go into one of my pockets and pull out a little flaming fire sprite. He's just gonna like waft up, kind of like a firefly, just a little floaty guy. I'm gonna like touch him with my finger, and he's gonna like just glow even brighter and kind of illuminate a wide area for us. So this is my tiny fire sprite, or tiny fire elemental familiar I get from my wizardiness. I'm gonna cast prestidigitation on him so I can illuminate a room. So we've got some light to do some shit.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. Beacon in the dark.
Just keep him over there.
Just don't eat him. He's really hard to get back.
So wait, Clove told us about the family?
Yeah. And I guess also, like, if I had just inhabited that other thing too, so that would have made even a faster connection, probably. Like, oh no.
They're all together now in the great bog beyond.
So,
And Clove's like, he looks at you dead ass. He's like, that's true. like he knows. He doesn't believe. He knows.
I know. What was that, Elias? As Elias starts to speak.
should we take his body back to the town, or should we leave it here and just prop it right next to his children? Or what? I would like a group vote on what we want to do with this whole scenario, because frankly, we don't have anyone paying us anymore. However, I do feel strongly about taking care of this shit in that castle. Now that our dear friend Clovoken has, well, enlightened us to this situation.
Well, if there's anything in the castle, I don't know what's in the castle, but if there's something in the castle, and we're kind of, well, I guess this is my bad now, but we're kind of well illuminated now. It could probably see us if it's looking out for us if we're out here for a long time. So we probably want to take care of what's in the castle first, then we can come back out here and, I don't know, do stuff to the bodies if that's the thing you guys need to do.
If you're worried about getting paid, I know there's a great treasure of a lost dynasty underneath the castle. So, we gotta go in there to get it.
Why is it all nasty?
No, no,
Dynasty, as in a
Dynasty.
lineage of kings.
Kings.
I guess it
vote
has been
for a
out there a
king.
long time, so it could be nasty.
Oh,
So the whole family's
Chizard.
dirty. Like all of them.
Well, we haven't found the mother yet.
I had a cousin like that.
Slug starts hopping towards the castle further up here.
And I'll scare after Slug.
Yeah.
Let's go before we all dry out.
Oh, I don't think you will ever have a problem with that.
Oh, thank you. That was a great compliment.
Okay.
I don't think they're going to be too offended if we just let them rest here for a bit while we take care of business.
The body is just a vessel for the moisture that it holds.
You know,
We should return the moisture to his wife if we find her.
Oh my god.
Listen, Agaib.
Save your tears.
He's an algaib. He's an
I didn't
algaib.
intend for that to happen, but it's a great connection. Yes.
so you know we should we you know do a roundabout? Gonna check things out? Or are we just gonna go right in the front door?
Is it? What does it look like around here, Josh? Is it based
Yeah.
on the map? It looks like we're kind of on a.
So yeah, you're on a hill that's kind of snaking its way up to the keep. This tree that had kind of where these bodies were hung was a little ways away down the hill. But as you get closer, you can see the walls are pretty big. They're made out of these massive stones and dolmens. But you can see that there's growth in a lot of the grooves in between. So much so that you could see like places for handholds and stuff like that. But then there's also in front of you this big causeway where there's a completely open door.
Open.
I guess we don't need to knock then.
Do you think it's orcs that are the beastmen that are taking care of this town, or do you think it's Qatari, or what are we thinking so far?
Probably more of those guys.
I wouldn't really call those beastmen. Those are more like plant creatures.
I mean, they were people, and then the plants. They turned them into not people.
Close like, what do
You have a-
mean, you people?
Looks at the rest of the non-human party.
Human? What's a human? Oh, the blacksmith. Yeah.
Dead.
Is Elias crossing?
Not quite yet. If
Okay.
I'd like to spend one of my hope, and I'd like to once again use my gambler's wisdom and make an insight check to see if I can't see anything skittering along the top of the causeway that's just hanging right over top of this gate.
Okay.
Instinct. You mean? No, insight.
All right, so that is. Let's sacrifice one of my hope because I'm using a ability, a modifier of 3. Run it. That is a 14 with
14 with fear. So, as you take a moment, check around your surroundings, you can hear. And you hear the scratch of claws coming from the stone above you. There's something up there.
Could I send my my fire sprite up to kind of like get a look at that? Like just kind of like fly straight up in the air and just kind of see if it can see anything and come back down and
Can you see through your fire sprite?
I don't imagine I can't see through it, but it's a pet, so I don't know if I could like talk to this thing and be like, "Hey, buddy, go check this out," and then come tell me what it is.
I don't know. Does it say you have any means of communicating with it?
Well, I do have telepathy. I may open a line of mental communication with one target I can see. This connection lasts until you use the spell to connect to with another creature. So,
Okay. I mean, I'm assuming that the sprite is intelligent enough to have a conversation.
I guess I don't know. There's it doesn't really say. It just says it's a. I mean, imagine an elemental. I mean, it's intelligent enough to be a thing. So
Okay.
I don't know. I kind of imagine it's like a familiar, like. But is there like a find familiar thing in
I think-
Daggerheart?
I
So
think there
before
is
y-
something like that,
Anything?
but it's a different spell.
Yeah.
I know adult humans in real life, and I would not trust with this task.
So before that happens,
Yep.
Elias, you were the one that heard something as you focused in on your surroundings.
Oh dear. Gentlemen, I do believe that you should brace yourselves for an assault from above when we get beyond the gate.
Oh no.
And it's at this point that Elias will pull out his returning sword again, and he will step onto the plank.
The plank holds your weight without issue. At this point, now, Chazard, were you wanting to send up your sprite in response to that information?
Yeah, I think I'd if I can do that, I totally will. I'll just kind of like give the shh and let it kind of like fly up there and just kind of like have that mental conversation like can you see anything up there? What's up there?
So it flies up,
Mhm.
and there's nothing that's on the parapet of the wall.
Okay,
But you see that there's a door going into the gatehouse.
okay. Hmm. Yeah, I think I might see if it can like go take a closer look, like maybe not get too close to the gatehouse door, but kind of like just hang out by the top of the door, just kind of like take a little peeksy peek in.
Can your sprite roll stealth?
I have zero
Because this
information.
seems like a stealthy thing you're trying to do.
We'll roll some stealth on it, so I don't know if we can use like my stealthy thing, but what's my
Let's
stealth?
say sure.
Moonbeam. I mean, this might not go great for it because it is also illuminated, so it is like a bright motherfucker.
It is.
Yes. Oh, where is? God damn it! Why are you being stupid? Go away. No.
I was born this way.
Finesse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. That's a 12.
That is a 12 with hope. So your little flame sprite edges its way closer to the doorway. And as it gets right within the point where it thinks it has vision, kind of like I'm imagining just like a little flame with like two eyeballs that are like looking around. And as it starts to peek its head around the corner. A massive blade comes flying down towards it, and it, like it in typical flame kind of ephemeral fashion, zips out of the way at the last moment as the sword slams into the stone below.
Okay. Yeah, I imagine after that it would just kind of like freak out and like buzz off. Like, nope, fuck, I'm getting out of here. Like, I don't know. I don't know what it is, guys, but it's got a sword. Whatever it is, it's got a sword. It is not happy.
What's everyone else doing while this is happening?
Saga's looking over the edge. Is it like a moat, or is it just a
Yeah, it's like a
ravine?
moat.
How far down is the water?
30 feet.
Okay,
It's within close range.
just eyes it. Hmm.
Great.
Is anyone else doing anything?
I would actually like to use one of my rogue class abilities. If I'm, and I first have to ask, am I out of sight from all of my foes?
You don't know.
Well, that's scary.
I mean, is it like an omnipotent class ability?
This is how it reads.
I mean, that's troublesome wording just to the get-go, because like, how do you know that you're out of sight? Hey, there's some playtest feedback for you.
Right.
Normal for
Or you're out
hidden.
of sight from all your foes. That gives it away then. Is the only way to
Yeah,
ask.
because that would
I mean,
be.
hidden
I
has
would have to tell you.
same
Actually,
text to it, so that's where that comes from.
If I sneak under this overpass here, and then like on the edge of it, when this side, and nobody above me can see, then can I trigger my hide ability?
Isn't that where the flame sprite just went?
So
The
place
flame
it-
strike is up above.
Above.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the only way I can really rule this is use it when you think you're hidden. Use it when you think no one is looking at you.
Then I would like to use it now.
Okay. So you're using it. If nothing can see you, then that ability happens. If something can see you, then it doesn't happen for that creature.
it kind of seems like what it wants to be is like instead of rolling to hide, you can just mark a stress to hide. Is what
Yeah.
it seems like it's
Yeah, because
trying
that's
to
the
get
normal
at.
hide condition. It just has another bonus if you're a rogue.
Yeah.
Okay, so this happens. This is all kind of happening. The blade came down. The fire sprite noped out of there. Right.
Oh yeah, yeah. It just like flew off like a little firefly. It was just like, no, this sucks. I'm going by.
And the fire
So-
sprite can fly, right? I mean, I
Yep.
just kind of assumed it.
I
Did you
mean,
set it up?
I kind of imagine like a little like I envisioned it like a little fire elemental firefly thing. So, unfortunately, like it didn't really give me any. It literally just says a tiny and harmless elemental pet.
Oh, okay.
But elementals take a lot of different forms, so I kind of just imagine like a little, just a little tiny flying.
Oh,
fire
that's one
spirit.
of your items.
Had it.
Okay, I was
Yeah.
looking for it as like a feature or something.
Yeah. No, it's just a piece of equipment I get as a wizard.
Okay. So as this all unfolds, Slogops is looking down the ravine, not paying attention to what's happening. Elias is vanishing after he heard something up above. And Clove hasn't said he's doing anything yet, so I'm assuming he's just hanging out.
Yeah, I don't know what to do yet.
Okay, so then as this happens, the one that had attacked strides out and looks over the wall down at the group below. Just kind of snorts. Come in, come in. We're all hungry. And then he walks off
Speak.
out of sight.
Hmm.
And you see it was this man, big and muscular, but with a pig head. Big pig boar tusks coming up from its mouth.
Oh no, it's a Gamorrean!
Yeah, could I like recall or like try and what is that? Yeah.
Can you recall what?
Oh, is that something that I could recall like under knowledge? Try and figure out is that something we know what that is?
Sure.
If I can, I'd like to spend a hope and aid him if that be
Sure.
duty there. I imagine as a as a nomad and a far traveler, I've seen a lot of different creatures, so hopefully I
Yeah,
can help him
describe
out.
how you aid him.
Yeah.
Ah,
So I think I just start going through like, okay, let me see here, pig dudes. Let's see, these guys had pigs, and these guys kind of look like pigs, and it might be these guys are pigs. So I'm just kind of like listing a bunch of stuff that I was like vaguely familiar with.
the Pygmalion? Okay.
Pygmalion?
Well, I have a flat knowledge, so
Yeah.
there you go. Drop number. Check the drop number. The drop number 3. Is that how that works? Yeah. So a 17 with fear.
So you recall that in this case, you've not ever seen a creature like this before, but that this creature feels very unnatural to you, like it was created.
I've seen pigs and I've seen men, but I've never seen a pig man before.
Is this the Seinfeld episode? Like, telling you,
I'm
Jimmy,
guessing
you're
he's
the
not
pig
from
man.
around here.
Oh, you know what? Charzy. No.
But as you're thinking about this, oh, this I've never seen Pigman before, and just seeing his eyes and uh, a chill runs down your spine. Mark a stress
Mm.
for just something feels really off about this.
Uh, um,
Just sluglops.
Slug just starts like sweating profusely. Like it's always kind of wet, but just like it's like boom, 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 like dripping on the ground. At this point, I don't know if we should go in there.
I could eat.
Fine.
I mean, if you all go first, I guess I'll follow.
So
Wait,
as you guys see there's this entrance here, but there does seem to be walkable ground around the perimeter of these walls.
did anybody see where Elias went?
God.
Oh shit!
Oh no! Elias, no!
We must
Clove.
retrieve his water.
Clove like yells down the ravine, Elias!
Slog will look over the edge, and because I am a water elemental origin sorcerer, I can use it to make unique harmless effects. So I will kind of gesture down at the water, and it'll kind of like whirlpool around and open up a little bit, and then kind of go through the ravine, looking for if there's like a body down there.
Nice.
Yeah, it kind of telescopes, and you see there's lots of dead bodies down there.
Oh no.
This they need some railing here. Looks like a lot of people have fallen in.
You see arms, you see just upper torsos.
I don't
Bunch
see
of
any Eliases
feet.
though. Most things are separate.
Wait. We need to mark this down. And I'm so I'm gonna pop over to Sloggy real quick, and I'm gonna put like number 2 pit, and then a question mark. Like maybe the Chaos Lords went in the pit.
If they did, they're not bothering anybody now.
Can Clove use his vicious entangle to kind of fortify the little footbridge here? It's not used for that, but
You're welcome to. It's the little footbridge doesn't look rickety. It's serviceable.
okay, never mind.
It's
No.
a bit of redneck engineering, but it's stable.
So not seeing Elias, do we just assume he's gone?
Elias!
Well,
But Elias, as you entered into the gatehouse, you see a dark, moss-eaten tower above you. It's grim and forbidding.
Can
Murder
you
holes
hang right
fashioned
quick?
in the likeness of looming toads threaten to gout forth flaming oil and tar. Black arrow slits pierce the high stone walls. You can hear the flap of the heretical banner above, hidden from sight by the vine-draped battlements.
So, so is this whole courtyard here the gatehouse, or am I supposed to be up and over the wall already?
Oh, you're moved in. Oh. I didn't realize you had gone that far already.
Well, where am I supposed to be? Am I?
Last I saw you were just here.
Yeah.
Yes. So that'd be the gatehouse there, and then the inside here, this would be like the courtyard to the keep or whatever.
Yeah. So if you're
Oh,
progressing forward,
okay. Oh, okay. I see what you mean, because I saw this and I saw this archway and I thought, oh, that has to be like way above me, and I have to climb to get to that. Oh, okay.
no, like you're going underneath the archway right now.
So if I
So
go,
here you see
yeah, okay, I see now.
there's a heavy iron portcullis that stands half raised. Rusty spikes a mere 4 feet above, slots cut into the stone floor.
Okay, another thing, because of Clove Oak and I remember in session 0, I should have some rapport spores about like yay here on me. So can I like through my rapport spores like communicate back to him? I'm fine. I'm just sneaking around.
ooh,
Is that how rapport stores work?
I mean, I don't know what that is, but earlier, like I used my spores in kind of a flavor moment. If you have
Okay.
like a cannon, that'd be cool.
I don't know.
No, it's not a mechanic. It's just it was a little.
So we'll
flavor moment.
say you're the lingering spores on him. You can still kind of feel them,
Yeah.
and you can feel his presence
Oh, there we go. Yeah, that'd be enough.
a
Like he's
ways ahead of you.
alive. Yeah.
That'll work. I would like to sneak this way.
So you're no longer hidden, but you're moving your way through. And there's not a you can't go to the right or left. It's only straightforward through here.
So
assume that other part of the map is like the top of the wall. Or
Yeah,
in-
that's what I was kind of talking about, cause this all here looked like it was on top of the map and shit. Okay, so I go into here, into the courtyard.
Into the courtyard, yeah. Is everyone else following suit?
If Clove walks over, I mean Slug did say if the rest of you go forward, he'll follow. So
Yeah. Oh yeah, and and Chazar would definitely like skitter across the bridge and have a look see about and see what the hell's going on here.
Clove's kind of following his, not like a scent, but just kind of a feeling of the spores that are with Elias.
Okay.
I'll stay a little bit back, but follow. Yeah.
So, as you guys enter into the courtyard, you see that this courtyard is overgrown with sickly weeds and thick brambles. A deathly silence hangs in the air, as if even the frogs and insects are afraid to draw attention to themselves. The smell of rotting vegetation is pervasive, and the ground sucks at your boots with every tentative step. Nearly all of the courtyard's buildings have fallen into ruin. A single burnt-out shell set against the keep's east wall is the only remaining structure. Set near the heart of the courtyard is a well, framed with crude pulley system. To the east is the keep's sole standing tower. If you take a moment to look at it, you can see that there's a muddy trail leading from the gatehouse through the brambles to the southern tower, and a small trail runs to the well.
Slug takes a big deep breath. Oh, this is just like home.
Straight ahead of you, you can see that part of the wall is destroyed. Straight north of where you're at. So, Slog, as you begin to walk through the portcullis, I need you to give me an agility check or agility save.
Oh, great.
Oh no!
Is that under? Sorry, what's that under? Is
I'm
that
just gonna
finesse?
hang back. Agility save.
Yeah. Oh no, agility is its own thing. Sorry. Okay, that's a straight roll for me.
I'm assuming agility is like, yeah, you're trying to dodge stuff,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I was looking at finesse. That is a 12 with fear.
So 12 with fear. That is a success. But so as you are coming through, you hear and the portcullis just begins to drop straight over top of you. Describe how you deftly escape the portcullis falling on you.
Let's see. So Slog is going to see if this is happening, and Chazard's right in front of him, as it's occurring, and Slug is gonna just quickly, oh frick, and stick his long tongue out, which allows me to grab onto things that are close to me, and just use it to pull myself over towards Chazard, and I might be a little more dense than the lizard, but it just gives me a little tiny bit more oomph to dodge out of the or make it before that thing crushes me.
I love it. I bet we both just kind of go tumbling off into the weeds, like ah!
Yeah, just like pulled together, and then Slug quickly bounces up and brushes Chazard off.
Okay.
Actually, he brushes his tongue off first, and then brushes Chazard off.
So as you get out of the way of this roll with fear, moments later you hear a big gong
Great.
being
Now all
rang,
of China knows we're here.
Damn it.
and you hear that familiar snorting, laughing from the
On a bright
distance.
note, there's a side door, and I point to the ruined wall there.
Maybe that was the dinner bell.
And who do you think has been invited to be at the table?
I don't know.
Well, there's not like a server or anything, so we haven't been like led to any place. So I guess not us.
Frog legs, fried lizard, sauteed mushrooms,
That sounds
and on a
delicious.
stick.
Clove's just marching forward. He's like, "No, that nice pig man invited us in. What if he's got a buffet?"
Elias,
I
you need to loosen up. There's treasure here somewhere. It's under. Maybe we should look in the well. Um,
seconded.
Trust me when I say I'm a rogue. I know that large amounts of gold normally have large amounts of traps.
like I said, you need to lighten up a little. Slug will follow. I see Cloves going towards the well and is gonna amble that way as well.
Yeah, I will absolutely skitter towards the well to join them.
Give me 1 second. My throat is killing me. I need to do an antacid real quick, so I'll be right back.
Yes, Elias.
Yeah.
I'll be back right in a second too.
Can our viewers see the Roll20 chat thing here so they can see like when we're putting crap in there so know what the hell we're talking about?
I believe they can because
Okay.
I remember watching their stream for Tomb of an Island. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta press down. As I was saying, I was watching their stream for Tomb of Annihilation. Our buddy Bard over here, he's got all that shit figured out for the most part, and I applaud him for it.
Yeah, took like 3 years and 100 failures. You talked about 3 hours spinning some. I'm like, oh, 3 hours.
Hey man,
I just figured for the folks at home, I wasn't sure if we should be narrating like the rules and stuff so they kind of know what this playtest dealio is all about.
I mean, that would get really boring.
Yeah.
They're kind of seeing it happen. They get to 12. I mean, there's 2 people here. One of them is probably us.
Yeah.
But yeah. I can link. You know what? I'll link whenever it goes to YouTube. I'll put a link to like the Matt Mercer's, most of the rules in 10 minutes video, whatever that was. Where he's like,
Well, I figured like
that
we
would
wouldn't want to
probably
do it
be a
like,
good
every
idea,
time, but like the first time we use like ice spikes, I'd read the thing off, and then that way they know. Okay, whenever I use ice.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I got to do that anyway because I don't fucking know anything yet.
Yeah.
So I gotta learning as I go, and all my like downtime has not been focused on characters, been focused on getting all the artwork ready and like the back end. So I'm like, as soon as 9 p.m. hits, I'm like, okay, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Who am I again?
What's up?
Yeah, I keep looking stuff up, and I spent too long trying to look up the wizard's like sprite or familiar or companion. I was like, oh, it's equipment or what are your
Yeah,
backgrounds?
the shifting
Yeah,
between like demi-plane,
buff
the
based
manifest, back to the
Yeah.
demi-plane, back to the manifest.
Yeah. And I just like switched. I rolled a new character in our other campaign, so it's like 2 characters at once. There's like, and technically 3 all swimming in my head. I'm like, damn it, what day is it? Like, am I snake lady or tree guy?
I was on the wrong video feed earlier.
Well, at least it's not Thursday.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right,
So-
sorry, Josh, you're back. Yeah.
Yes.
So we are
Okay.
going over to the well.
Yes, we were skittering
And
towards the
action.
well.
So who's approaching it?
Shazar definitely is.
I mean, heading towards it looks like Clove was first to get
Yeah, I
there,
was first.
if it matters.
Okay.
We'll say I heard
Yeah,
maybe an echo or something that interested me, so I went and checked it out.
I'll stay
A
back here. Very
barren
close.
ridge of black stone rises from the overgrown courtyard. A lone stone wall marked with eerie sigils is built atop a crest of the stone, marking a well. A stout block and tackle frame supports a single thick chain that plunges into the inky blackness. A soft moan rises from the well like a faint cry for help. Though resembling a normal well, something feels more sinister.
So Chazard would absolutely light a torch and drop it down the well.
Oh, nice.
It's just,
It's just gonna go out.
it's just. So yeah,
Hopefully.
gonna pull one of the torches out and just give a little, and then just, whoop, and then equally just kind of like look down like.
So as you pitch the torch down the well and you're looking in and looking down, everyone who looks into the well, which go ahead and tell me who all would look.
Clove. Damn it.
Shazard and Clove.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm gonna remove a torch from my inventory because that's fucking gone now.
We say I'm
Is
not
that it?
there yet. So
Just those two? Okay. So I need y'all to make me I guess what would be what's the intuition? Is that the kind of the willpower?
presence is
Instinct.
Instinct. Give me some
Where's
instinct
personality?
saves.
Yeah.
Ooh, love it. Okay.
It's +2. Duality. +2.
I got a 14 with fear.
23
Okay.
fear.
So as y'all were looking into the well, watching to see what happens to the torch, you feel this like you have to keep looking, you have to keep leaning farther to see where it goes, and you kind of feel yourself about to pitch over the edge of the well, but then catch yourself. And as you realize, as soon as the torch fell like 10 feet down, it was just blackness, nothing.
Whoa there. They need handrails by the moat. They need handrails by the whale.
This place is
I
Slog pops on it. Yeah.
To
What'd
be
you
fair, I'm not
Is the treasure
exactly
there?
sure that Chaos Lords are too interested in safety violations, unless they're the lawful evil type.
Well, you see how this place looks now.
Fair enough.
So do we feel anything, or just like, but we do feel the fainting passage of something, or no? Just
You felt as if something was drawing you in there as you looked down into the well.
okay.
But then caught yourselves from falling in.
I'll do an about face, but just my top half, the torso turns around, and I'll like rest my wrists or hooves back on the well, and kind of like warn the other guys, like, oh, careful here. There's something real weird about this well. Not sure.
I think that Chazard would kind of suspect that this is like enchanted somehow. Can I do like a knowledge or an experience roll that might glean some insight on that?
You can. What's everyone else doing while Shazard's thinking about this?
I'm a thinky think.
As Chazard is busy staring at the well, and I'm essentially like 15 feet away to make sure that they don't do anything dangerous, I'm keeping an eye up along this top railing over here, trying to keep an eye for any major skittering or scattering beyond like the big pig dude just trouncing about up there.
Okay. Was Slog do anything?
He would go over and peer at the well. I mean, it's a well. It's his well house, as one would say. Yeah.
Well, I mean, Clove will try to warn you at least. Careful, careful.
Oh, I'm okay. I won't fall in. And if I do, I can breathe and swim.
I don't think it's that kind of well.
As I get close, as a sorcerer, I have arcane sense, and I can sense the presence of magical people and objects when you're
Ooh,
close
there you
to
go.
them. Does anything? I guess it's like an always on. Yeah, it just is. So, do I sense any magic emanating from around here?
You sure do.
All right.
One magic.
One magic resides within the well.
This isn't a normal well. This is a magical well.
Cesar, go ahead and roll your knowledge check there.
I got an 11 with hope.
Oh. I mean, you essentially arrive at the same conclusion of there's magic here, but of what kind
Yeah.
and what its purpose is, unknown.
Yeah.
Take
I
a hope.
I don't think the I don't. This seems bad, so we probably don't want to go down there.
Let's put a cork in it.
Yep. Real quick. So I rolled a 5 on my duality dice here, and per my strange patterns, I can
Oh,
choose
is
another
that your
D1
number?
Yep, that was my number. I did put it in the chat earlier and on the Discord. Said that my number was 5. So
So you take an extra hope? Is that what it is?
I'm gonna take an extra hope. I could clear stress, but I'm pretty good for stress. I'm gonna double up on that hope there, and I got 5 hope now to spend on shit.
Okay.
Yep.
Elias, who's been keeping an eye out, notices some movement at the door over here. It opens up, and before you see an 9-foot tall man with big, broad chest, a bull's head with big horns, step out with a great axe. He strides forward, and then behind him, 6 more beastmen walk out. And one is another man with like covered in feathers, but otherwise looks like a man. Another one has got a human upper body, but spider legs down below, kind of like a drider, but not exactly like a drider.
Copyright, yeah.
And a few more come out. One's got like a dog's head. One's got arms of a gorilla that's holding a sword and shield. And they all come out looking at you. So you found the well. Maybe we'll dip you in it to season you. And this is the big bull guy who's saying this.
So are you some type of firbolg, or what are you, my good man?
I am here for dinner.
That isn't an ancestry to my knowledge.
What's for dinner?
He ignores it and begins to stride towards you. He does that bull roar.
Yeah.
Plain and Jennings.
Where's he coming out of again? That
The tower over there.
over the tower over here. Okay.
Which
Oh
one?
no. I didn't put art in these guys. Hold on.
Yep. Never mind.
Thought I had art for these guys.
Something tells me we're not invited, guys.
Okay, try that again. Save changes.
They told us to come in.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Arts.
Guys, Slug glances back at the the closed portcullis that's over there. I really don't think we should stay for dinner.
And so they, stride forward.
Yep.
It's
So
time
it's good.
for dinner. And this is where we'll start our combat.
Yet. All right.
Is this even? Like we can choose or who?
In this case, since we have pretty even I guess mutual combat, we'll say because Elias was watching for this, we'll start with your group.
All right.
Elias gets to go first.
Nice.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. Let's see here. We're out in the middle of the courtyard. So, first thing I do, Shadow Stepper. Let's throw on another stress. Should really take that potion of stamina sometime soon, but we'll deal with that later. Shadow Stepper, you can move shadow to shadow into areas of darkness and within far range. So, let's see here. I can appear here. And if you guys will allow me, I would like to spend 2 hope and cast one of my spells.
I mean, you're there. I think it's probably a surprise to us that you're charging into the middle of all these beastmen.
Okay.
That
Blades.
that's it. Hold on. 1 second. There we go. That works.
Making it rain.
So as you teleport over as the DM, I can spend a fear to interrupt your turn
Oops.
to have my players go.
Oh shit.
So
Go.
the as you do your little shadow step, the big guy in front of you watches as you kind of disappear and reappear. He at first is looking around, but the minions behind say, and they are going to make an attack against you. Well, actually, sorry. We'll just activate a few of them. So we'll activate this one that is immediately next to you, and it is going to make an attack. Did that roll 2?
Yeah, D20.
Hmm?
Or did the bad guys roll D20s?
Yes,
Yeah, they
the
do.
guys roll d20s.
Oh.
I
Wankers.
Because
don't
they
have
don't
it
roll 12 and
set.
12. They just roll a.
Yeah, it makes it it's supposed to be easier for the DM.
Yeah.
Okay, so first attack was a 1. And I have a few fear banked up. So I'll convert 2 of those fear to get 4 action tokens and activate 3 more of these guys.
Feels like you've run into my trap card.
Oh, you certainly have.
Next time we'll play Pot of Greed.
So 12, a 9, and a 15 to hit.
The 12 and the 15 hit.
15. So 3 physical, 3 physical.
So that is minor twice.
So as you reappear in front of all these guys, uh, and they all start swinging at you. I guess as you're also about to do your next thing, which is relinquishing it back to you.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that. And now I am spending my 2 hope to then cast Rain of Blades. Spend 2 hope, conjure throwing blades that strike any enemies in very, very close to you. Very close to me.
That would be essentially a 10-foot range, is what we say.
Everybody.
Mm-hmm. Make a spellcast roll, and all targets that you succeed against take a d8 of magic damage using your proficiency. If any targets you hit are currently vulnerable, they take an additional d8. I don't think any of them are vulnerable yet, so
What
let's
is your
roll.
spellcast roll?
It
DC.
is finesse.
Is it like an attack against everybody?
It is.
Is there a DC?
I make a finesse based attack roll. And if a 16 breaks all of their armor classes or armor scores, or in this case it'd be if it goes over their evasion, each of them takes 1d8.
Okay.
Nice.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Spicy.
give me some flavor text about how you kill all of these minions except for the big guy.
Oh shit. Nice.
So as Dumb and Dumber just bash into me with their axes and their, I want to say that's a great club. I duck down and kind of like Gambit from the X-Men. There's just these glowing like gray daggers that just appear in my hands like a deck of playing cards or like a fan of playing cards. And as I stand up to my full height, I go and everything in that radius just go pang 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 pang. And then I turn around back to the Minotaur. And anybody who's next, take your turn.
Okay. I
Cool.
I think seeing Elias pull out a big barrage of fucking like blades and shit, Chazard's going to kind of like join in a panic. I'm gonna spend.
That's awesome.
Let's see here. Screw it. I'm gonna spend 2 hope and do. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go big or go home here. I'm gonna do 3 hope. And I'm gonna use my arcane barrage.
Okay.
So that is. Let's see here. Once per short rest, I can use an action to spend any number of hope and shoot magical projectiles that automatically strike an enemy within close range. So fucking magic missile bullshit.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
I get to roll 3d6 here because I spent 3 hope and deal that much direct magic damage. Come on, dice, don't fail me now. Nope, that's 2. There we go.
I was about to say. Oh no. Oh,
Uh,
Nine.
That is 9 damage.
exactly.
Are those treated as individual instances of damage, or do you roll it all together?
It looks like I said roll. Let's see here.
I think I read that.
It looks like it rolls it all together. Because it just says roll an amount of d6 equal to the hope I spent,
Here.
which is 3, so that's 3d6, and deal that much direct damage.
There's a rule about that in the damage section. If for any reason damage should be applied more than once to a creature during your move, that damage should always be totaled together before applying it to the damage.
Okay. Because that's essentially the question: is
Yeah.
does it all add up for threshold?
Okay.
Which is a major hit.
Beautiful.
On him.
Yeah.
So how did you describe how your
Nope. I was making
limits
sure we got all the math out of the way here. But I don't know. I think Chazard is just kind of like I don't. Can I like move and do it? Like I don't know. That's
Yeah, you can move and attack as long
Yeah.
as you move
Okay. So I
within
imagine you
a
just kind of
close
like
range.
yeah. Oh shit! What is the range on that? Okay, within close range. Okay, so he's gonna move into kind of like close range here. So I'm gonna just like skitter forward and just kind of like point my staff at him, and then like I'm just I like to think he's just making like um really hard air. Like he's just like packing like all these little air just like into like very like dense little pockets and just sending it that way. Just and slicing them up with my magical arcane barrage.
Nice.
Hard.
Okay.
Rolled with hope. Yeah. Or did you? Do you even roll for
I
that?
don't have to roll. Nope, that's the thing. I can use it once per short rest, but it is a
Oh, nice.
but all it does is just straight up damage. So
So Slog, Slog's gonna move out a little bit over here, and is distancing myself from the well, that does not seem right. And then as these bodies fall to the floor and this guy's pummeled, he's going to unleash chaos, and I'm going to make a spellcast roll against a target within far range, and spend any number of tokens. I have 2 tokens because it's you get 2 tokens.
Right.
Because that's equal to my spellcast rate, and I'll channel raw energy from within myself and unleash it against them. And I really want to make sure that this succeeds, so I'm also going to use my elemental origin, and obviously I'm unleashing chaotic water here, from the elemental in my belly, and so I'm going to spend a hope to get a +2 to the roll, the spellcast roll, to make sure that it try and control the chaos a little bit, as it's unleashed. So I'll roll that and then describe what happens here. That's going to be a 4 for my modifier. That is a 23 with fear. So
Yeah, that hits.
I assume a 23 will do it there, so I get 2d10s. 16 magic damage to it.
16. That is massive.
So Slug kind
Or,
of
sorry, severe.
So it scoots away from everyone, and what this looks like is, instead of his staff, he kind of drops the staff to the side and opens up his arms and mouth very wide, like a bullfrog. And you actually see like the damp grass and everything around kind of shrivel a little bit, and then Slog's belly gets a little bit larger, and then just compresses and compacts as essentially a fire hose, but it's chaotic, so there's just pieces of it, of water just flying in all directions, and Chazard is soaked as it goes past him, and Elias is soaked as well. But the main blast of this just directly nails this Minotaur-looking beast man. And Slog, it looks like it just visually deflates a little after this happens. His stomach goes down to a smaller size than it was before, as the chaos is unleashed, and the water elemental inside of him or the water spirit is diminished some. And yeah, so or like those comedy movies where they have somebody's throwing up, and it's obviously a hose, but it just keeps going and going and going, and it lasts for just way too long as it's blasting this beastman before it finally subsides.
Okay. Yeah, so this big beastman was kind of had just gotten cued that this Elias was behind him and got hit with some daggers and it's been pelted at this point, but was wheeling around to do a big swing on Elias, and is gonna do that. So that is an attack. It's a 20 to hit
Oh, that will hit.
for 7 physical damage.
I am using one of my armor slots.
And oh, dang, I forgot to mention this. So Elias, when you did damage to this creature, you did your rain of blades, and as you did, the big guy kind of parried a few of them with his axe and caused a few to reflect back at you, causing you to mark a stress. And then when continued to spin, seeing Chizard, when you did damage to him, you also marked a stress. Same thing with you, Slog.
Oh.
That's a lot of fear that just got used.
Well, that's a passive of his that I just failed to narrate when all that happened.
Stress. There we go.
Spooky.
Yeah, does his attack. That's his one action that he can do. And I'll mark the action tracker down 1 again, and it's back to y'all's turn.
I mean, I didn't go. Last time.
Slog is
Well,
panting,
it was
just like
it was
clearly winded from all.
it was fear that round
Nice.
is what he rolled with. So now it's back to Oaken, since you haven't gone yet.
Close. Yeah, everybody got their hit in. You saw the magic unleashed from Sloglops over there, and he considers doing that for a second, but he's feeling more animal-y. He's gonna fight animal with animal. He's gonna do his like horn point again. Horn point charge. And
Did you ever change back?
Yeah. Right? Or did I?
If you were still in beast form, and you said you shifted.
Did I do anything?
Like, it doesn't have duration or anything, does it? It just is.
Yeah, until I get knocked out of it or take a short rest. Did I don't think I cast a spell, or I didn't cast a spell for sure. Never mind. Okay, I guess I'm still 1 point. Okay. Also, the same thing for the elemental incarnation. It lasts until I take severe damage or next short rest. So
Dope.
cool. Gonna do another
Cool.
charge at the guy. Chizard, you hear it like I'm coming up real. Watch out! I'm coming up and caught in the antlers and make an attack. That is okay. So yes, +2, and with advantage.
I guess. Isn't that
Perfect.
what we
Advantage
determined
on
before?
attacks.
I don't think this is gonna make it to
Yeah.
out of playtest.
I mean, it's like pack tactics. Yeah.
Right, but like,
Pack
I mean,
hunting.
no, that would be right because like Elias is right there, so
Yeah.
if it, yeah, that okay, makes more sense this time, I think. So
17
with
hits.
fear to attack that guy, and then it's 2D. Is that it?
Yes.
So 2d8 or 8 horn damage. Antler.
Okay. Yeah, that's major. And as you do that, he's like trying to parry with his axe. He says, "Is that all you got?" And I need you to. So we're doing a reaction here. So give me a instinct roll.
Okay. Just 2.
1d4. Oh man, that could be a lot.
23.
Oh, yeah. Succeed. So just mark 1 stress.
Okay.
And yeah, he takes the massive damage. I'm sorry, I keep saying massive. Major.
Yeah.
He takes major damage.
We attacked
And
his
he's not looking good at all.
Nice.
And since you rolled with fear on the attack, then turn goes back to him, and he responds with his own swing down on top of you.
Get ready.
7 to hit.
7 misses. Oh, he has to hit me for that thing to take effect. Right? Dang it. 7
The
misses.
Tama's armor. Yeah, so with Tama's armor, you have to when you choose to spend an armor score, you can or that. When you choose to use your armor and mark an armor slot, then you can add 1d6 to your armor score.
Hell yeah. But I'm good for now. And the fire also. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it does. Okay, we're good. He has to do damage for me for the fire thing to work. So
Yep.
Yeah, so he swings at you, and you're able to dodge as he kind of tries to come down over top of you on your hindquarters.
yeah.
And that's his turn. Go back to the players.
I'm gonna try some dumb shit here. I think Chazard would like to skitter forward into very close range. And he's going to cast his slumber spell, which I imagine is kind of just pulling away the air around his head to hopefully make him take a little nap and go night night and pass out. Let's
hear
see
him.
here.
It's like a chokehold.
Yep, just
Sleeper hold.
so that is a 18 with hope.
And is this against his armor class? Or his evasion?
It just says, let's see here. Make a spellcast roll against a very close target. On a success, the target creature falls into a deep sleep until they damage or the GM spends fear to awaken them.
Okay. Yeah, he falls asleep.
All right, he just collapses and go night sleep. Stop hurting my friends, and then just snoring. And I'll take my hope.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, he falls down asleep.
He's just take a little nap, guys. Take a smoke if you got him. We can take a breather for a second.
I'm gonna Clove once again is gonna kneel down to the body, and I'm gonna see if I can use my mycelial network while he's asleep and try to creep into his body, feel him around, see if I can get his thoughts.
Okay. Do you have to spend anything to do that?
I mean, how does I have under experience, you got your 2 options, and then one has +2, one has +1. Does that mean you get 2 uses of one of those and 1 use of the
Those
other?
are
No,
You
those
can
are
get
the
a bonus
ability
to roll
modifiers
if you
that you're applying.
So I don't know. How does this?
So experiences are like, I'm going to do this, and I feel like this experience of mine applies to that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, kind of both still. But
So you would need to describe what you're trying to accomplish, and then apply how your experience aids in that thing that you're trying to accomplish. So you're saying you want to send out fungal spores to invade this guy's body to achieve what?
to get they're obviously coming from somewhere. I wanted to experience in his case is like I said earlier, being part of the circle of life and understanding kind of the anatomy of everything, since he's been everything. It's kind of a fast track to read minds, to determine cause of death. It's like like I said, it's like a kind of a
What are you trying to achieve right now, though?
find out exactly what he wanted, and if there's any more bad guys coming for us.
Pick one.
I guess more so. Yeah, bad guy, like lay of the land, kind of. His connect, and we'll frame it as his connections. How many connections does he make? Does he have?
Okay, make your duality roll, and then add your experience.
Okay, now I know how to do this. And then 2. Then
And you spend a hope for the experience, right?
Ooh, nice.
damn it.
Which you just got a hope. So.
Yeah, back down to 0. Oh, nice.
20. So you send your fungal spores down into him, and you kind of see him twitch a little bit, and you do get the feeling that there are more beastmen. This wasn't the only beastmen that there are. Whether or not they're coming for you, you can't quite grok that. But as you do that, he wakes up.
Oh shit.
And he swings! Because you're the one that's right next to him.
Can I try to stop his swing? I'm inside him.
Chazard, I thought you killed him!
22 to hit for 9 physical damage.
So I can use a armor slot and then roll a d6, right?
Yep.
To add to that. 4.
And that's on top of your armor already. Yeah.
Right.
So if I have an armor 4 and I add 4, I can reduce the damage by 8. Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, so you'd spend 1 slot and then reduce the damage by.
So you go down to 1 and it's a minor, right?
I will do
Isn't
this.
1 always a minor?
Yeah.
And then that would trigger your
Yes.
fire damage. Yeah.
So I'll take that HP just so he can, or I'll take that hit just so he can. Flame on.
Mhm.
And D10. Little flame on.
That's
Look,
enough
you're
to
on.
do it. He was not looking good to begin with.
Oh, nice. We'll flavor it as when he strikes me, the floating spores in the surrounding air, he like a flint on rock, like ignited all, and so he like did it to himself. Like, oh fuck!
Like the
Nice.
spores are still inside of him partially, and he
Yes.
just self-immolates.
Hell
Yeah. Brutal.
Okay, and we can probably call it there for the night.
Yes.
Dude, without those daggers, I was like, well, we're fucked for sure.
Yeah.
Like, we're definitely gonna die. Action economy.
Yeah.
And...
Yeah, I
Like,
did not.
I'm over
expect this to be-
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's one thing I do like about, I guess, DMing for Daggerheart, is you can't tell right away if something is like a single entity, a minion, a horde, you can kind of tell
I guess you could describe it a little
through
different.
through description.
Yeah.
But until you start like fighting them, you don't really learn that yet.
That was fun. That was cool. I like it.
Oh. Quick question: was that a fear that was that you spent to reawaken him, or?
So that one was the fact that he was kind of physically interacting with him, and to to get the spores to invade him.
Okay.
Fair enough.
So that's what I went with.
Nice.
So I was just curious because I wasn't sure if that was like damage or if that was like you spent a fear or.
No,
Yeah.
why not put down on your whiteboard like physical assault equals wake up from slumber.
Invading a body with spores and yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I DM fiated it of I wanted him to wake up, and
It's fine.
we're at midnight.
Yep. No, it's cool. I was just curious how that works. So I was.
I have the spear to. I have the fear to spend.
Yeah,
If I wanted to spend it.
I think John. So I think after all that was done, just I was just kind of like walk over to Sloggy. I just read on his belly, became animals ? And then and then roll credits.
Slug's like, and
Yep.
his belly is kind of it's not hard.
Yep.
it's
not
very
as
like
full.
soft and half deflated right now. Yeah. That's funny.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Deal.
So far, liking it. There's definitely some
Elemental
things I need to
gang.
do in terms of managing how much fear and action tokens
Yeah.
we have. That I need to figure out how I want to handle that, especially on Roll20.
Yeah. We might have to talk about that stupid sprite thing just to make sure we're clear on what that actually does.
I mean, I get like wanting to use a pet and all that as like a way to do reconnaissance, and
Yeah.
that's all fine, but just need to figure out what the limitations are.
Right.
Yeah.
I have a family heirloom. Can it be an animal?
Oh, but
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
good
Good deal.
shit, you guys. That was a fun little session there.
Yeah, that was good.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. See y'all next time. I'll mute us and start the stream. See y'all next time. Peace out.
All right. Woo!
Thanks, y'all. Bye.